Didn't have a ton of sales the last 24 hours. I did have some cool ones that I wanted to share with you. I sold these two C.G. Jung books, Symbols of Transformation and Mysterium. Wow. I don't know. Konayun Junktain. Wow, I'm not going to try. So these two books together sold on eBay for $28.79 plus shipping. I thought I'd get more, but be on the lookout for them. They're good books to sell. These, what do you call it? Individually, I believe they sell for more. I mean, for a decent amount as well, but if you put them together, they can be a pretty good sale. So that wasn't the one I really wanted to talk about, though. It was this one, which I had shown you before, the diary, Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl. And this is the Doubleday, 1952. Just so you know, this is what the first pages look like. 1952 Doubleday. Okay, so that you know. And as you can see, it says first published in 1947 in Holland. That is the true first edition. This is the first U.S. edition. So if you come across this even without the dust jacket, it's worth some good money because it's the first U.S. edition. Obviously, the very first edition is worth the 1947 edition. I don't know how much that's worth, but that's probably worth a ton. And this is obviously without the dust jacket. It's worth more with the dust jacket, but I sold it on eBay for $50 plus shipping. I took an offer. I had it listed for $100. I said, you know what? I'm fine with $50. Someone's going to really enjoy this. I'm going to make some good money and keep it moving. So when you look it up on eBay, you can see mine sold here, and this one sold for $50. It's a really terrible photo. Don't take photos like that. This one, for some reason, sold for $100. Maybe it's in amazing condition. So you can get more. See, mine has some issues, as you can see, some separation there. So it's definitely not a pristine condition. Pristine condition, but it's in good shape. Now I want to show you that is what the actual dust jacket looks like. That's a really bad condition, but it's still sold for $100. There were some others. This one's falling apart. That was $10. This one, here you go. So see, Doubleday, 1952, hardcover. It's got the dust jacket, sold for $125. This one sold for $99.99. Here's another one for $90. So you get the point that if you come across this one, definitely pick it up. Apparently there's a lot of copies. This is sold for $130. This one sold for $85. $220. Maybe that was in amazing condition. I don't know, but the prices are. That one sold for less than $59. They probably could have got more. The prices are a little bit all over the place. This is only the dust jacket, and that actually sold. Is that only the dust jacket? Oh, no. Sorry. That also includes the book. So you get the point. Anyway, that you want to be on the lookout for this one. It's probably going to be hard to find, but if you find it, if you come across it, you know that it's worth some really good money. The other thing, though, is I got this book and those two books for free. So the moral of the story on that one is tell people what you do. You don't have to have a bookstore like me, but you do need to tell people what you do. Your name needs to be out there, either on flyers, either on business cards, on Facebook Marketplace, on OfferUp, on your own website, being found by Google, whatever it is. Just people need to know what you do, that you offer free book pickups, free physical media pickups, that you sell. You're a bookseller. And you can get quality books like this. People don't want them, but other people do. And that's what eBay's for, to connect you with those people. All right. Turning off the fan so I can make the video. It's the end of the day here on Tuesday in my store. I got to leave a little bit early because I got to take my daughter to school, her new school. She's going to a new school. Has something she has to do. So I got to take off in a couple minutes. But thought I would finish it, my vlog for the day. Today was a little slow overall, but I did have some customers come in, including new customers, which is always awesome. Repeat customers, well, at least a relatively new customer who has come in once before and came in again while he was working. So it's all about building up that combination of people that show up repeatedly, either every week, every other week, once a month, and then people that show up once every couple of months. that kind of thing, every 2 to 3 months, whatever it is. And then people that show up once in a blue moon, and that's kind of what you have, right? But the more you have that show up pretty regularly, at least 1 to 4 times a month, you can get dozens and then hundreds of those people. You can really build a reliable local business, which is what I'm finding out. The more people that find me and the more I've been open now with consistent hours, it's made a huge difference. It sort of evolved over time. And now I've settled on being open Monday through Saturday and having consistent hours throughout the week, same hours, 10 to 4, 6 hours, open 6 hours a day, and then 11 to 5 on Saturday. I found it a long time ago. I used to open at 8 a.m. Then I tried 10 for a long time. And then I realized, you know what, 11 makes more sense on Saturday. People will just not really show up even at 10 or 10:30 for the most part. People don't tend to show up until after 11. Even I open up at 11 and people aren't showing up till 11:30. So anyway, that's what I figured out over time. And it's just kind of trial and error, seeing what works. And that has worked well for me. And speaking of building up customers, it's also all about having new quality inventory. And so I'm going through more Blu-rays. I'm down to the 4th box now. I've got 2 more to go through. The top one there is not as full, but I have organized everything, went through all the discs, make sure they're all clean. And now the next step tomorrow I'll be doing is seeing which ones I already have in stock, either out on the shelves or in back stock, pulling those, and those will go to the other store. And then the rest of them, of course, will stay here as back stock. But some really good titles that I know for sure I don't have already, and some I'm a little unsure about, but it's a lot of great stuff that I haven't had before for sure. And then obviously I finished going through all the CDs I had out, and I've got quite the stack now. The 2 stacks going for future weeks. That's like maybe 3, depending on how many I put out. Probably like 3 weeks worth of CDs, and some really good stuff in there. Really good stuff, which is exciting. So I'm finding out that this new source is great for my store. Not so much for eBay, but it's great for my store. Now I'm finding some things here and there in the CDs that I can list on eBay, but it has so far been not that many. So I'm going to make my money back and really be able to use this source for the store, which is what I've always wanted to grow here locally. I would rather come in here, open the store, have it, basically be like you open it, people come in, no matter what day it is. Okay, I honestly don't know what I was saying in the video because someone showed up. Anyway, I think I was talking about getting new inventory. Anyway, we will see hours and putting out great inventory. The new source that I have for new inventory, which is great. Oh, right. Which is, the CDs, the Blu-rays, potentially video games. Of course, he also has DVDs, but I haven't dabbled in that yet because I have a lot of DVD backstock right now, so I don't really need that as much. Records are always really hit and miss from Gaylords. It's usually pretty awful stuff in general, bad shape, and it's not the best titles. But anyway, I'm rambling, so I got to go. But yeah, it was. I might be picking up more Blu-rays and video games, so stay tuned. I'm seeing what's happening with that from the same source. But yeah, it's exciting to come across. I mean, it's exciting to go through this inventory and know that, based on what I paid for it, I'm going to do really well. And also just, my customers will know that I'm continually putting out quality inventory. I think that's what I was saying is opening the store and knowing that customers are going to come in. Of course, I am going to continue to sell on eBay and a little bit on Amazon. And I'm trying to grow eBay, right? But I'm spending a lot of time going through inventory that is for the store. Just happens to be what it is right now. But anyway, of course, I want to grow that stuff too. But my local store, I've always wanted to grow it to a level to where I can start to get more help in the store. And anyway, and then maybe, at some point, if I outgrow this space, then that's a future dream, but that's, you know, more expensive, but we'll see. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you.